Okay, so css.lint.emptyRules. Do not use empty rule sets, and you can set this to ignore, error, or warning. Before we discuss what we should put here, let me show you what this looks like. And this would be an empty rule set, right? And this is the warning that it displays. If you set it to error, it will give you an error. Give you a red squiggly line. So this is what an empty rule set looks like. Now, I wouldn't consider this an error because I can't think of any undesirable behavior that could come out of this, except from the fact that your client is downloading useless bytes, but I wouldn't exactly consider this an error, so I would leave it as a warning. Also, sometimes it's useful. It's probably not the best way to do it, but sometimes it's useful to have empty rule sets, just so that you can target those rule sets in the developer tools on the browser. So you can just create an empty rule set, and then when you go and inspect the HTML and the corresponding CSS, you will have the rule set, and you can just write some rule here. If you don't have the empty rule set, you have to create that on the developer tools, which is a bit harder. Anyway, I don't see any downsides, any undesirable behavior that would be considered an error by having an empty rule set, so I would just leave it as a warning.